All right, gentlemen, went over the rules early in the dressing room. I want you to obey my commands. Protect yourselves at all times. Understood? Touch them up. Let's have a good, clean fight.
Diego Pacheco. So much expected from this youngster, and so far he's delivered, but he could be in for the fight of his life against Trevor McCumby, a decorated amateur who said he's had the best camp of his life and promises to be even better than he was against Caleb Plant.
Underneath.
Diego Pacheco, 6'4", tall and lean. You could see that he's muscular and in great shape, but look at the mass and the bulk of Trevor McCumby, looking like a bodybuilder.
Here we go.
Pacheco's team expects McCumby to come out fast. They'd like to keep this fight on the outside for the first few rounds before starting to walk McCumby down.
Scheduled for 12 rounds, Pacheco in the green and black trunks, McCumby in the maroon. We talked about McCumby needing to do well early. Sergio, what does he need to do well early?
Well, I think, you know, he not stay in front of Pacheco right now, not letting Pacheco start unleashing that long jab, getting comfortable, getting on the inside. Pacheco's a tall fighter who likes to fight on the inside, dig to the body, pick you up with uppercuts, and just break you down. So right now, I think it serves McCumby right to do what he's doing. Fill out Pacheco, fill out the entire ring, and get out of these early rounds.
McCumby, nicknamed Tenacious, was also T-Rev at one point, began boxing at the age of 7. He won 10 national amateur championships.
You see he's in great shape, Trevor McCumby, just muscular, strong.
And Sergio, at one point, McCumby had 11 straight first-round KOs. He has 12 total. So watch out.
You could see that. I mean, you could see all that mass, all that bulk on the upper body. Normally, that takes away from your speed, but McCumby does have some quick hands.
Yeah, he almost had a 13th first-round knockout against Christopher Pearson through 112 punches in the first round against Pearson. So he's a fast starter. We're not seeing it so far, but Trevor McCumby likes to get out pretty fast early on.
No, because Pacheco's respecting right now the quick counters of McCumby. You can tell that McCumby's just waiting to pounce with some power shots over the top.
Well, he's waiting and eating a couple jabs while he is.
And that's exactly what Pacheco needs to be doing. Just keep him at the end of that long, rangy jab. Let McCumby get frustrated. Keep popping him with that stick.
One thing that Pacheco's team is wary of with McCumby is that he tends to wait for you to stop punching to throw his punches. So Pacheco throws a 3-4 punch combination. McCumby's going to wait, and then he's going to unleash his best shot. They've been working on Pacheco getting out, not just pulling back, but getting out to the side every time he finishes a combination.
Yeah, Pacheco's going to have to be patient because McCumby thrives on fighters throwing combinations at him. He catches and counters with the same hand really well. Normally, a fighter catches with the right and comes with his left arm and punches. McCumby's sneaky, though. Catches and counters with the left or the right.
Double jab there from McCumby, still waiting for him to throw a power shot. There's one, nearly clipped. Pacheco coming in.
Yeah, see, Pacheco's gonna have to be careful, man. These are the shots that actually rock Plant.
Él solita, cuando ves que se va a agachar es porque viene algo, porque ese güey tiene que agacharse.
Look, I need you to be patient here. I need you to aim at the chest, aim at the shoulder. Keep picking him with that jab, but be careful, be alert. This guy's trying to catch you over the top. Good round.
All right, round 2. McCumby really taking his time. He perked up a little bit the last few seconds of round 1.
Remember, McCumby looks like the physically smaller fighter, but he's the man that fought at the higher weight class for some time. He was up at 175 before his hiatus from boxing. Diego Pacheco told us this week he came into this fight week at 171 pounds, to the point where some people are asking him, hey, do you want to fight at 160 at some point? So Trevor McCumby, kind of the naturally bigger man in this fight.
It's a good job by Pacheco not letting McCumby break that distance. Anytime he starts to, bulldoze his way in, you got to step back and use that reach, use that length. Don't let McCumby make it a physical fight.
That was a good 5-inch reach advantage for Pacheco.
Yeah, and you got to use every inch of that, especially with that reach as well. McCumby is a strong, awkward puncher. He falls off balance, but he still carries power looping in. Guys like that, you just always got to be, see that, like that. You just got to be careful with guys like that.
Break! Sit back.
Go back to the stick, stay patient.
It's hard to win rounds, though, if you're just on one shot at a time like McCumby's doing.
He's going to have to take some chances, and he's going to have to get this fight on the inside. This type of range, it's just going to be very difficult for him to win with the jet behind Pacheco's long jab.
Yeah, Pacheco's being really smart. Not over jabbing, because McCumby will try to counter you over the top of a lazy jab. So anytime Pacheco does throw the jabs, he's aiming to land it hard. He's not just throwing it away to set something else big. Smart fighter, Pacheco. You can see that he's maturing nicely.
A lot of feinting from McCumby.
I mentioned the...
Oh, there's a right hand.
Good shot there. I mentioned the background.
Gotta watch out for headbutts, guys.
You got a cut.
Yeah, they clashed heads.
Take a look at it real quick.
That looks like
accidental headbutt.
The top of the head with the blood dribbling down.
Got a little color, all right? This ain't no. Time in. Box.
Yeah, just a little color, no big deal. Easy for the ref to say. Right, Sergio.
Now I seen him clash heads, and I can see it happening again. McCumby does lead aggressively with his upper body. Pacheco's doing a good job stepping back and using his length and his foot speed. But sooner or later, McCumby will break that speed, whether it's aggressive and even kind of making it rough, because that's what McCumby likes to do. He likes to make fights rough. You can't win a polished boxing lesson like this, a boxing fight.
As for Pacheco, everything's going perfect.
See that? That's McCumby's MO.
Top. You can feel it. I know. Yeah. Okay. You just use it. Change this by using your feet.
That's a tricky cut, Sergio, right in the middle of the forehead.
Yeah, you can see he led with his forward. It was accidental, but that's his style. Trevor McCumby is a rough fighter that squares up, falls off balance a bit, but that's because he overloads on that right hand. If it lands, it could be devastating. He's a strong puncher, but when he falls off balance, then clashes of heads can happen.
I hate to see that, because you can already start to see it begin to open up again. It's right in the middle of the lower part of his forehead, so it's probably going to trickle down onto the left side of his face. We'll see if it winds up catching him in the eye.
Normally cuts in the middle of the forehead there won't get in the way. It's the eyelid that really bothers fighters.
Todd Grisham, Chris Mannix, Sergio Mora here ringside for this, our co-main event of the evening. Trevor McCumby still trying to get that motor going. Pacheco steady as she goes.
Yeah, Trevor McCumby better start jabbing his way in, because he's not going to break that distance with the first jab or the first 1-2. He needs to jab, double, triple his way in with that jab, even aim it at the chest, or even start jabbing at the long torso of Pacheco. Without the jab, McCumby's not going to land that overhand right that he's looking for.
You know, Pacheco's team would like to see him a little more active with the body shots. He scored a lot of knockouts over the last few years with body shots. He just doesn't throw those body shots all that often. Just about 16% of his landed punches are body shots. And he was telling us it's just kind of hard for me to do. You got to take my whole body, dip down all 6'4" of me, and land those punches. That's why he's very selective when he throws it.
But that body shot against Sulecki, one of the best knockouts of Pacheco's career. Good right hand for Pacheco.
And you can see McCumby was just waiting for Pacheco to try to land a right hand for him to throw a punch of his own. Sneaky puncher is McCumby, and Pacheco better be patient with his power because he can't just walk in where the guys are looking to pounce with the aggressiveness of McCumby. But right here, McCumby should be jabbing his way in. He's just posturing in front of Pacheco, who has the longer arms and the longer reach.
Pacheco with that cut, it looks worse than it probably is, but Pacheco's opening it up with these jabs. And it's hard for judges to not notice that. One guy looks like he's been beaten to a pulp. And that cut was caused by a headbutt in round 2, or clash of heads rather.
Yeah, guys like McCumby, you don't want to throw combinations with because he's good at punching in between the shots. So Pacheco, see, there you go. McCumby's just waiting for Pacheco to load up. So right there, right now, Pacheco better be very careful and twos and fews. Keep popping him with that jab and be selective with your power because McCumby's just waiting to catch you in between.
And I think he was careful there, Sergio. He landed the right hand. You saw him kind of dip under the counter shot from McCumby. This is something they've worked on a lot during this 3-month camp.
He's going to have to do that as a tall fighter. He's going to be vulnerable if he misses and comes back up. So stay down if you miss a punch.
Small cut, but a lot of blood for McCumby. Coming up next, Cafu makes the ring walk, and Charlie Parsons speaking to him backstage.
Backstage here with Pumalela Cafu, who fights Jesse Bam Rodriguez. Not long to go now. How are you feeling?
I feel good, man. I feel good. You know, this is everything I've ever worked for, everything I've ever dreamed for. And today is the day, man. The wait is over. I've been working very hard. I've been working hard my entire career only for this moment, you know. I've never thought one day that I'll be fighting for Ring Magazine. So all thanks to the men above, man. God really came true for me. Today I just got to prove how great I am.
You said you want his head as an early birthday present. Do you believe you go out there and stop Jesse Bam Rodriguez tonight?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. That's what I want. You know, one thing I'm sure it's not going to be easy to get a decision against him. You know, he's the favorite. Everybody loves him. You know, so I'm just going to go out there and hunt him. That's the goal, man. And I think a lot of people think maybe I was going to come and try and run away from Bam. That's not the goal. The goal is to make sure that I stand and stand my grounds and earn his respect. So, yeah, man, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for his head.
Pumalela, good luck. Thank you.
He's here for his head, Sergio. Good luck, Cafu.
A lot of confidence coming out of Cafu, but a lot of confidence coming out of McCumby this 4th round. Coming in, finally double and triple jabbing. That's what he's going to have to do to break that long range and distance that Pacheco's holding.
Yeah, Chris, we mentioned if McCumby doesn't get off to a good start and win some early rounds, it's going to be a tough fight for him to win, and he's not winning these early rounds.
Yeah, he faded in the second half of the fight against Caleb Plant. Interestingly, even though this distance appears to favor Diego Pacheco, one thing he and his team were telling me is that we want to get in the inside. We saw the success that Caleb Plant had in that fight. We want to get in there, start digging at him with body shots and uppercuts.
But why do it when you're doing successful?
That's what I was going to say. I think Caleb Plant had to get on the inside. McCumby was having success on the outside, pouncing on Plant. I think this time around, Pacheco, this is his distance. That's what he needs to do.
Boy, those jabs are really taking a toll on the face of Trevor McCumby.
Yeah, there's no way to make yourself smaller and give McCumby a chance on the inside. Just keep doing this. Let him run into a big shot himself. Don't make it easier on McCumby to throw heavy shots on the inside.
Yeah, at some point, Tenacious is going to have to roll the dice and take risks. And when that happens, Pacheco can load up and catch him with that right hand. You can see what he's ready for right there.
There you go, Todd. You're seeing it. Absolutely. And that's what you do. And not only the right hand, but that right hand could be an uppercut as well, like he did against Caceres. The thing about Diego Pacheco, he fights taller fighters better than he does shorter fighters. I'm talking about 6 foot plus. McCumby's 6 foot. He had issues with guys that were 5'11" and under, like Steven Nelson and Sean McCallman.
McCumby telling us yesterday, listen, Diego gets hit a lot. I'm unorthodox and awkward with deceptive speed. He's going to be surprised, but I don't think Pacheco's been surprised by anything so far.
I like that right hand to the shoulder that McCumby threw at Pacheco. McCumby, when he comes up short with the right hand, he follows it up with a power jab, which is what he caught Caleb Plant with. I think that's what he should start implementing here against Pacheco, because the first 2 punches aren't cutting the range. It's that third one that might cut the distance.
And you could pretty much so far tie Pacheco's right arm behind his back and just let him throw jabs, and he's winning this fight. Although there he lets the right hand go.
Yeah, nice 3-piece combination there, but not stepping back and not letting McCumby come with anything else. You know, not letting him get confident with any offense. This is how you frustrate tough guys. You know, guys that are accustomed to exchanging. Don't give them nothing.
Well, we heard from Cafu. Now Charlie Parsons is with Bam Rodriguez.
Backstage here with Jesse Bam Rodriguez as he looks to unify the super flyweight division. Not long to go now. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm ready. This is bullshit. I'm just ready to go in there and fight.
He's talked a good game. He said he's going to go back to South Africa with your head. Does that give you more motivation getting in the ring tonight?
Nah, I mean, talk is cheap, like I said at the weigh-in. Tune in. Don't miss it.
10,000 in here tonight. You're a global superstar, pound-for-pound superstar. Is this just the beginning of the Jesse Bam Rodriguez journey?
Yes, sir. This is the Bam Rodriguez show starting tonight.
Final message, what happens when you get in the ring tonight?
My hand will be raised at the end of the night. Tune in. Don't miss it.
Jesse, all the best.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, Parsons looks like he's going to sell me an air conditioner later.
Or fix yours. Coming up next, Jesse Rodriguez and Pumalela Cafu from Frisco, Texas. What a beautiful facility here, the Ford Center, the practice home, rather, of the Dallas Cowboys. Who've been great hosts. We've been here a couple times, Sergio. This may be one of our favorite fight towns to come to.
I love it, man. It has a little bit of everything. You know, you're in the middle of the action. You're great hotels, great food, great people, and, of course, great boxing fans.
And there's a dueling pianos bar right outside as well.
Yes, there is. See, right there, McCumby actually broke the distance. He came in with a 2-1. He surprised Pacheco. If he would have followed it up, then I think he would have had some success. But he's going to have to do more than just break in with 2 punches. It has to be 1, 2, and something else behind it. Throw away a couple shots just to get your feet in position to land the hard shots. See, that's what I mean. See, he landed the right hand, but if you would have thrown a left hand behind it, you know, to the head, then he could have started something going with a combination downstairs. The first 2 punches aren't going to be enough to break the range of Diego Pacheco.
While Pacheco wouldn't predict a knockout, his trainer, Jose Benavidez Sr., said, look, we have to look spectacular. We need a knockout to get noticed. We want Hamza Shiraz. We want fighters like that next. And you're not going to get those fights when the crowd's booing like they are right now.
A lot of people felt that Pacheco was going to take care of business a lot earlier and send a message not only to Caleb Plant, but everyone else in the super middleweight division. But you got to give McCumby a lot of credit, man. And that's why I thought this was going to be a more difficult fight. Because he's strong, he's herky-jerky, he's confident, and Trevor McCumby makes it hard for opponents to land.
But Sergio, is this difficult for Pacheco, or is it actually easy? He's just winning rounds and not really going for the gusto.
No, because he has to stay patient. He has to stay focused. This guy's a strong fighter that's just looking for a chance to catch you off guard.
See, McCumby had an opportunity right there. Landed a little bit of a check hook, came in with the uppercut, but didn't follow that up. When he's that close to Diego Pacheco, he's got to let his hands go.
Yeah, he didn't commit all the way.
Because Pacheco's looking to counter, man. McCumby's a smart fighter. Pacheco's a smarter fighter. That's the thing. Both these guys are respecting what's coming back. They're both power counter punchers. So Pacheco's just going to have to be patient and keep picking him with that jab and lining him up with that right hand. It's McCumby that's going to have to take chances. Pacheco could just keep doing this.
I'd say, though, Sergio, it's not a bad round so far for Trevor McCumby.
Wait, what?
He's landed a couple of right hands in this round. Diego Pacheco continues to operate off the jab for the most part.
I see what Chris is seeing. I mean, they're like that. Look, he's broken the distance a little bit easier. Nothing's landing.
Maybe I'm watching a different fight.
Nothing's landing, but at least he's breaking the range a little bit different, a little bit easier.
I would say it's a better round for Trevor. Not sure he won it. August 2nd, we're going to head to the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois, for an intriguing battle between Oscar Duarte and Kenneth Sims Jr., a high-stakes super lightweight battle. Title contention on the line. Catch it live here on DAZN.
All right, good breath on me right here. Place that jab right in the center of his chest, okay? Right there, right in the base of his throat. And you give me some punches off of it. You're going to keep it turning. You're going to create some angles with your feet. I want to see it. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Put the work in. Let's go.
Great pep talk in the corner of Trevor McCumby. But yeah, he's going to have to do something here. He has to throw caution to the wind and start, moving his upper body and making this a little bit rough. Or a lot more rough to win this fight.
Did you give him that round, Chris?
I thought McCumby did well in the last round. It was a quiet round, but yeah.
Yeah, I gave Trevor McCumby that last round, 49-46 in favor of Diego Pacheco. It's not like McCumby had some kind of spectacular round, but in that 5th round, Diego Pacheco operated almost exclusively behind that jab, and Trevor McCumby opened up a couple of times with that right hand. Don't think he did any damage, but he did just enough to win a relatively quiet round. So 49-46 in favor of Diego Pacheco.
I think that would be described as a round as if a judge was looking for a round to give McCumby, maybe he'd give him that one, but maybe I'm on an island. I'm not the professional.
Yeah, I think you're wrong.
Mannix is right? Did you say
Mannix
that?
is right. Yeah, it was a quiet round for McCumby, I agree. And quiet rounds means the boo-birds come out, and fans here want to see Pacheco do something great, but that's not the way you beat a guy like McCumby. You got to be careful with this guy. Sometimes a boring fight, get the W and get out of here, man, because McCumby can be dangerous. Just ask Caleb Plant. See, that's what McCumby should be doing now. Forgetting the head. Just concentrate that heavy right hand to that bicep, that left bicep, or the body of Pacheco.
But Chris, we've talked about this before. If Pacheco wins the fight like this, going the distance every round, looks like this, is this the fight people are going to be like, wow, I can't wait to see what Pacheco does next. I want to see him in a big fight next.
No, it's not the springboard that he'd be looking for, though I'd caution, we're just in the 6th round, and McCumby is the kind of fighter that does fade down the stretch, or at least the team Pacheco thinks so. Their goal is to get him into this phase of the fight. They're up on the scorecards, and now they've got him closing in on the 2nd half. So I think they have him pretty much where they want it.
Yeah, and I would have to agree, because this is a strategic thing. Forget the boos here. You're halfway in this fight. It's a 12-round fight. You got a lot to go, and yes, McCumby does tire out.
Well, I think the fans are saying, wait a minute. This guy, Pacheco's landing 1,000 jabs to his face. Follow up with a power right hand. Push him against the ropes. You're bigger, you're longer, and you're dominating. Try and get him out of there.
Yeah, but that's what McCumby wants. He's pretty good with his upper body, rolling his left shoulder to come back and meet you with the right hand. He's a clever, tough guy, Trevor McCumby is. He's not just like a big, muscular brawler. He's actually pretty athletic and knowing how to roll his shoulders, hide his chin, and come in between the shots.
Yeah, you can't get a guy, get him out of there. A guy
Look at that. See that?
Good counter shot by Diego Pacheco. The power of Trevor McCumby is real. Look, Caleb Plant went 12 rounds with David Benavidez. Trevor McCumby
I'm not saying he's not dangerous. All fighters at this level of the game are going to be somewhat dangerous. I'm just saying at some point you want to see Pacheco step on the gas pedal, and a nice exchange there late in the round by both guys.
Deep breath. Just deep breath. I need water right here. Water right here on his chest. Yeah, give it a little more. There we go. Right there, right there. That's good. That's good. Deep breath for me. Yeah, way better round. Your jab's firing off. You're starting to find him a little bit more. He's starting to slow down now. Now, Trevor, he's using long-range shots because he doesn't want you in the red zone. He doesn't want to get your head down in your punching range. You're going to have to force him to do that. You got to have some stabs to his body when he makes this one step. When he takes the first step, he brings his foot up and brings it down. He doesn't slide it. As he takes it up, stab him down. Look for punches off that. You got me? Keep him turning.
Coach is out.
Thorough instructions in the corner of Trevor McCumby. Hopefully he follows them. And a familiar face in the corner of McCumby, the great Nonito Donaire, being a strength trainer in that corner.
Future Hall of Famer.
I saw Nonito this week. I said, man, you're everywhere. I see you in Vegas. You're fighting in South America. Now you're working the corner. You're everywhere, Nonito, but a Hall of Fame ballot. I can't vote for you if you won't stop fighting for at least 3 years.
Man, I love Nonito Donaire. Known him over 20+ years. Great man, great fighter, and absolutely first ballot Hall of Famer.
He still wants Chocolatito, who's coming back for a fight here in a little while in his home country of Nicaragua. We're in round 7, scheduled for 12.
In the end of the last round, Trevor McCumby
There's that right hand.
Trevor McCumby finally did what he's good at. He loads up with the 1-2, but then it's the third punch that he kind of lands, and that's what he needs to do against a taller fighter like Pacheco. That's what he did against Plant to break that distance. That's what he needs to do here. Throw a hard 1-2, but then come in with a hard jab after that. From there, you can start your combinations.
There's a right hand. Pacheco showing a little more urgency.
Yeah, that was a good right hand. You can see the blood coming out. Even though McCumby blocked that shot, you can see the blood oozing from the forehead. And you can see that McCumby just looking to roll with one of those hard right hands with his left shoulder to come back with his own right hand. Clever puncher.
And loaded up on that left hand. Just missed Diego Pacheco.
Pacheco knows what he's doing, man. He's a smart fighter, and that's the reason he's not letting the combinations go in front of Trevor McCumby. He knows this is a man he has to respect, and just keep him on the outside with jabs and rights.
Pacheco telling us he's never been this dialed in and focused as he's living the lifestyle now, training, diet, recovery. His mental health is great. He's a family man.
Somebody just missed with a big right hand. So did Pacheco right now.
Yeah, good follow-up there with the double jab and the right hand by Pacheco. Well, these are the exchanges McCumby wants. McCumby wants to turn this into a bit of a firefight.
Ooh, there it is again.
Like yep. Overhand right. And you see Trevor winding up that right hand. He's trying to look for some sort of confidence as well.
See, right there's where that third shot should have broken the distance for McCumby. The 1-2 got him in, but he didn't follow it up with the third. And that's the reason Pacheco's still holding that range.
Buen round, buena combinación, güey, buena combinación.
Good round, good
Oye,
combination.
güey, ya nomás está de que tú quieras, ¿ok? Hay que arriesgar un poquito, pero bien
Undisputed World Heavyweight
cuidadosamente.
Champion Claressa Shields defends her belts against the IBF Light Heavyweight Champion Lonnie Daniels of New Zealand next week in Detroit. Catch it live on DAZN, the home of combat sports. Over 185 fight nights a year.
Vamos a mirar, vamos a ver, pero bien cerradito, güey. Pero trata de buscar la manera como meterse.
Close up your technique, okay? Be careful.
Ahí, okay? Más cerradito y búscame los uppercuts.
Look, you gotta close up and look for those uppercuts. Get a little bit closer. Don't pull out. Look for those uppercuts.
Y miramos. Si ves que no te sientes bien, salimos.
Look, if it doesn't feel good, then you back out. But close that distance.
Seconds out.
And look, there's that overhand right that he's been looking for on a lazy jab, but Diego Pacheco.
Interesting advice there from Benavidez Sr. saying, get inside, throw those uppercuts, but if it doesn't feel good, get right back out.
Exactly. You know, you got to feel him out because McCumby's already getting accustomed to landing that right hand over the top. He's getting closer and closer to landing it. So you can see Pacheco throwing that jab now, but waiting for something to come back.
Oh, nice stiff jab.
It really is hard to look good against a fighter like Trevor McCumby. You know, he's sneaky, he's strong, he's quick on the trigger, you know, athletic feet.
Oh, big right there from Pacheco, and he gets right back out.
But you saw the left hook that McCumby landed as well. Yes, the better punch was Pacheco's, but Pacheco still has to be careful coming in.
Trevor McCumby, 28 wins, 21 by way of knockout.
It's frustrating to fight a strong, clever counterpuncher.
Oh, there's that uppercut. There's that uppercut his trainer was asking for.
You can never get comfortable throwing combinations with a fighter like McCumby who intercepts you in between. He's always punching in between your shots. It's an annoying, frustrating feeling when you're fighting guys like that.
Well, Pacheco has dominated the center of the ring, and McCumby in his last fight against Plant said, listen, I was on the ropes too much. I got to stay off the ropes, and he has.
That's because Plant was getting caught at the end of the third punch that I'm asking Trevor McCumby to do here against Pacheco. Plant was getting caught with that unorthodox 1-2, and then the third punch is what backed him up, and then McCumby got started with the combinations against the ropes. Pacheco's not allowing that, keeping the fight in the middle of the ring.
Step in right hand and then a clinch from Pacheco.
And a slight shoulder roll from McCumby, taking some of that power off it.
And I think that might be the first time, at least in a long time, Pacheco's thrown the right hand without a jab first.
Yeah, and you could see that McCumby was expecting it, rolling with the shot, trying to do the shoulder roll with the right hand. Pacheco didn't give him that opportunity by dipping down, not throwing a third punch.
And there's a left hand from McCumby. And it looked like Pacheco off balance a little bit, but that may have been from the body weight of McCumby.
Yeah, it might have been that, or it might have been a tempo type shot, because those are the shots he was landing on Plant, and Plant was doing a funny feeling as well. He's a strong fighter, a heavy-handed puncher in McCumby, who doesn't need to land cleanly.
I'm going to do my best, kid.
Trevor, maintain your balance. Maintain your balance a little bit, okay?
McCumby looking for something. Pacheco with a nice, long, stiff jab. But that's what McCumby's looking for, an overhand right. Pacheco throwing away that left hook. Just throwing it away just to land that right hand. But you can see McCumby's looking to come back with something. It's a fencing match between both these fighters. They're respecting each other.
No lo dejes, no lo dejes, no lo dejes.
McCumby's handled that cut pretty well. It's been bleeding almost non-stop since round number 2.
Is it me or Trevor McCumby looks like a buffer, hairier Chris Algieri?
Yeah.
And he looked...
Yeah, he does. Buffer, hairier Chris Algieri. He was on Chris Mannix's podcast this week. Did you listen to that?
Yes, I did. Shout out Chris Algieri. That's my boy.
Speaking of Chris Mannix, he's in the corner of Diego Pacheco.
With the right hand.
Jose, you just said we got to go, we got to go. What do you want to see from Diego?
I think Diego's winning all the rounds. I think he's very comfortable. He just needs to risk a little bit more like that. He has to stay inside and put him up. I think he's doing real well. He's ready to go, but he has to risk a little bit with those uppercuts and body shots. I think, you know, as long as, you know, he sets him up with the jab and come up maybe with the right hand, follow with the left hook, stay in there and be ready to throw those uppercuts.
Are you starting to see any signs of fatigue from Trevor McCumby?
I said, yeah, that's what I told him. He's ready to go. He's ready to go. If he's faster, he's stronger, I think he should take the chance in there, but make sure he's really covered, I told him. But let's go. I think it's time. We got to put him out.
Thanks, Jose.
I tell you what, man, I got to disagree with the coach right there. I think Pacheco
just because
knows.
You don't want to say I was right. That's why.
I think Pacheco is seeing what I'm seeing and feeling what I'm feeling. McCumby's a strong counter puncher. You can't just throw caution to the wind and break the distance throwing combinations because something's always coming back. So, you know, I have a lot of respect for the coach Benavidez, but yeah, Pacheco's seeing and feeling something. I want to hear from him after this fight, why he wasn't letting those hands go like he normally does.
71 jabs for Pacheco compared to 15 for McCumby. Man, that's a lot of leather to eat.
And that's what you got to keep doing. But more body shots from Pacheco. Even though they're jabs, I would still like to see him stab downstairs to the body of McCumby. Or throwing a jab upstairs and throwing a straight right hand to the belly. That's how you got to start alternating your attack and your offense if you're Pacheco.
Chris, what did you make of that advice that Pacheco does need to take some risks?
I think that Jose Benavidez is, in some ways, looking beyond Trevor McCumby. He recognizes the magnitude of a moment like this at a stage like this and the importance of doing something special in a fight like this. I think he's probably right. Diego Pacheco has won the vast majority of the rounds, but you'd like to see him do a little bit more than that.
And the reason he can't do more is because Pacheco's not foot feinting. The thing about McCumby is he would bite on a foot feint, but Pacheco's been flat-footed. He said he's been working on foot feints. Haven't seen none of him yet. McCumby's quick to jump on you anytime you throw a punch, but if you foot feint, get him off balance, then you can catch him off guard.
I think we also haven't seen either.
There you go. He stepped in on that one. That's the risk
Good
that his trainer wanted to see. And he's had his best moment of the fight.
I think McCumby thought that was the belt. He thought the hammer was the belt. He walked right into a straight shot from Diego Pacheco.
You know, I was thinking that earlier. Usually it's a wooden sound.
I agree, yeah. It was confusing.
Well, coming up, it is our main event. Bam Rodriguez, pound-for-pound star, undefeated, fighting in Frisco for the second time in his career, this time as the headliner. Boy, he brought a big crowd with him from San Antonio.
No, this is a popular fighter. I mean, anywhere he goes, he's getting knockouts, building a fan base, becoming a star, pound-for-pound talent, and a champion, collecting belt after belt. And here's another man who has the belt that he wants in Cafu. Confident, undefeated South African, looking to upset the great Bam Rodriguez.
How about the hair matching the trunks? So take a listen to the bell. Yeah, I think you're right, Chris. He thought the round was over.
That's dangerous, man. You put your hands down and walk into a straight right hand from a puncher like Diego Pacheco. Good on Trevor McCumby for eating that shot.
Yeah, it was a whistle that sounded like a bell.
I don't think it was a whistle.
Someone whistled. There you go. That's a nice right hand right there, doubling his way in. Jabbing his way in is what McCumby has needed to do. Jabbing to close the distance with little jabs, not long jabs where Pacheco can counter over the top. Little jabs with quick footwork to break that range.
Chris, how do you have it scored through 9?
Yeah, I've got Diego Pacheco in control through 9 rounds, 89-82, just the 5th round I gave to Trevor McCumby. He's controlling this fight with the jab, as we've seen, not throwing a ton of right hands, a ton of combinations, virtually no body shots, but that jab has been really effective. Look, Pacheco came into this fight averaging 38 punches thrown per round, landing 12. He's throwing 23 per round tonight, landing 11 through 9 rounds. So a much more judicious output for Diego Pacheco.
We mentioned that Pacheco needs to take some risks if he wants to get McCumby out of here. McCumby's got to take some risks. He has to know he's lost almost every round. He's at a need a knockout stage already.
You know, McCumby is in a lot better condition for this fight than he was against Caleb Plant. The weight just seemed to wear him down against Plant. Maybe the magnitude of that moment, as he said this week, was significant. But he looks pretty fresh in there as we enter the 10th round.
Pacheco landing a clean right hand, extended it nicely. I think that caught the attention of McCumby, finally backing up.
Would you like him to follow up on that?
Yeah, follow up, but do it carefully. Everything you need to be careful. McCumby's just looking to, throw an overhand shot. I would love to hear Diego Pacheco from his mouth, you know, in the interview after, hopefully saying why was he so cautious, and he's going to say I had to respect the quickness and the power, the heavy hands of McCumby.
Oh, there's a good counter right hand for Pacheco.
I love that counter right hand. Just dip back, wound up through that straight or the right uppercut.
I've never seen that in the arsenal of Diego Pacheco. That was beautiful.
I also don't think McCumby's presented any obvious opportunities for Diego to kind of rush in. Even that shot he landed right there, I don't think McCumby was hurt by it. He took it pretty well, and we've seen McCumby take a lot of Diego's punches pretty well.
Blood continues to pour out of the cut caused by a clash of heads in round 2. Two rounds to go.
I need you to set on punches. I need you to be more explosive, okay? Don't try, just do. Just don't. I know, he keeps moving back. I know, absolutely. He's fighting the way you fight, but I'm just saying right now, you have to change it up a little bit now. We have to adapt and we have to adjust right here.
Adapt and adjust. Don't think, just do. I like that, but when you're getting hit with right hands like that, it's hard to get the doing started because McCumby normally gets things started by now, but shoulder rolling like that, something we never seen from Diego Pacheco. Normally he's popping you with that jab, lining up that right hand. Now he's a lot more comfortable and fluid with the upper body.
Let's see how aggressive Pacheco is in trying to get McCumby out of here, and how aggressive McCumby is to try and win this fight.
There you go, that jab downstairs. Jabbing him up, jabbing him down. That's what's going to keep McCumby stationary enough to land a big right hand from Pacheco. There you go. See, that's it right there. Throwing combinations against McCumby is the wrong idea. He punches in between the shots too nicely. But straight shots, 1-2s, alternate them from top to bottom, and then you can land up something upstairs with a big right hand.
You know, Pacheco has done a nice job of staying out of range of these power shots, McCumby. One thing they were wary of coming in was McCumby's patience, taking 3-4 punches and then throwing as soon as Pacheco was finished. Pacheco's done a good job of getting outside of range of those shots when he was finished with his combinations.
Another big right hand landed by Pacheco. McCumby didn't like that shot.
I mean, what's the strategy right here now, Chris, for McCumby? It just seems like it's steady as she goes.
You've got to get on the inside, and you've got to target that long body much more. We haven't seen body shots really from either one of these guys throughout. Pacheco's the one with that 6'4" frame. He has that high guard. I'm McCumby. I'm trying to get on the inside because right now, this fight's slipping away.
I mean, you want to see desperation, don't you? You want to see the rolling of the dice, the taking, and the risks.
Oh, his corner certainly wants to see it.
And you mentioned how great a shape he's in. He looks like he's got gas in the tank.
He does, but this is where self-preservation kicks in. You know, no matter how tough you talk and how good in shape you are, whenever you have a power puncher in front of you that's not giving you nothing to hit, you know, see shots like that, they discourage you. You're bloody, you're behind. You have no confidence if you're Trevor McCumby.
Looks like he's waiting for Pacheco to make a mistake. And Pacheco just doesn't seem to make many mistakes.
And believe it or not, Pacheco's actually looking to capitalize on a big right hand right now. See?
There it is, and then it followed it up with a left hook.
So don't say Diego Pacheco's not trying to close the show, because he's looking for big right hands. He's landing some too. On the front foot, now he has McCumby backing up, tired, bloody, and unsure of himself. Right here, Pacheco should keep stabbing that body. That midsection area.
There's a right hand. But boy, McCumby has handled these power punches pretty well.
This is a patient display of maturity by Diego Pacheco. Even when he lands a big right hand, he knows McCumby's waiting to pounce.
3 minutes to go.
Last round, all right?
Muy bien. Ahora hay que ser muy cuidadoso.
We're doing good. We're doing good, but you got to be careful. Keep them hands up.
Ese güey ya está listo para irse. Las patitas
you got to be careful. But this guy is ready to go. All right, he's just surviving now. Now you got to take a little bit of a chance. Tighten up that guard, but take a chance. If you want to stop this guy, it's up to you.
Ahí lo agarraste con combinaciones. Cuando veas que él tira 1-2, ya no tiene nada.
Look, when he throws a 1-2, that's all he has. That's when you got to attack him.
Boom, y te me vas a las orillas. No te quedes enfrente, ¿ok?
Lined up that right hand. McCumby kind of rolled a little bit off that shot, looking to shoulder roll, come back with the right hand. Pacheco didn't fall off balance and give him that opportunity. See? McCumby wanted to roll with that shot behind that big shoulder of his, but Pacheco landed too cleanly on the side of the face and took that away from him.
I called time so the doctor could look at his eye. Okay? No. I'm worried about it. I'm worried about it bleeding. I know. I'm worried about it bleeding. Well, thank you, Diego. Thank you. You got good defense. Touch him up. Touch him up, gentlemen. Great job.
We thought this might be the fight of the night. How would you describe it, Chris Mannix?
I think a very patient and a very disciplined performance by Diego Pacheco, who has won, in my opinion, virtually every round, but has not been as spectacular, certainly, as some people would have liked him to be. Good body shot there, Pacheco. That's the shot I want to see. A good left hand to the body.
Yeah, McCumby didn't like that shot. That's probably one of the few shots that Pacheco landed to the body, and that's something that he said he wanted to do more. His footwork, foot feints, and body shots. I haven't seen much of all that.
That was the only body shot of consequence that I've seen during this fight. He's jabbed some to the body, but he hasn't gone with power shots to the body.
And there's that shoulder roll that McCumby was looking for last time. Even at this stage, bloody, losing every round, McCumby's still clever enough to try to set him up with that right hand. That's the reason Diego Pacheco had to be so disciplined in this fight. So we got to give Trevor McCumby some more credit for being sly and being strong than just knocking Diego Pacheco for not risking more.
I'm sure there's some McCumby fans at home going, man, let it roll. There it is. There's a left hand. Pacheco was a little off balance.
No. That was a nice shot. And it was McCumby rolling with that right hand, coming back with his right hand, which is what he's been wanting to do, but he followed up with a left hook that finally caught Pacheco.
McCumby is very good at taking the one punch. He's got a good chin. How Caleb Plant stopped him was an accumulation of punches. So McCumby's able to take that right hand from Diego Pacheco and throw back the shot we saw right there.
No, how Plant stopped him is he got on the inside and smothered him, and he started smothering the power of McCumby. Because if you're on the outside, this guy's a clever fighter. He knows how to close that distance with those awkward, strong punches.
And now Pacheco stepping on the gas a little bit, but that's what McCumby wants. Gives him some more opportunities with a minute to go.
Guys like McCumby, you got to throw away shots. You got to aim at the shoulder. You got to throw punches away to land the big shot that you want to punch. Because jabbing your way in with a 1-2-3, you're only going to be leading into his shots.
Ooh, man, the blood really pouring out now, and Pacheco aiming for that cut. Will we see some late drama?
Stop! Neutral corner. Right there, Diego. Come on. I just got to clean. No, you're okay. I just got to clean up. Make sure you can see. What are y'all?
Interesting time to
I'm
stop the fight. 20 seconds left.
Just clean up. Let me see if we can see.
Yeah, I agree. Normally, you don't stop fights where they can wipe off the blood. You know, that's part of boxing. That's part of the, facing adversity of a fighter. But they did a favor for Trevor McCumby there to wipe off the blood.
And aesthetically, that cut does not look good, but I don't think at any point it's given him problems visually.
And McCumby's corner screaming, go, go, go. And that will do it. McCumby goes the distance with Pacheco, but did not win many rounds, if any at all.
It wasn't pretty, but it was disciplined and professional on the side of Diego Pacheco. You know, dominated a tough, determined, in shape fighter with some momentum coming from his last fight, even though it was a defeat. So I think this was really smart play here by Diego Pacheco, not giving a tough guy like McCumby anything to touch, getting the victory, on to the next one.
And boy, that cut has opened up now. It started out as a stream, but is now a river as Pacheco celebrates. And he's happy, Sergio.
Yeah, he should be happy. I'm curious to see what he says in the interview, because I know he had to respect Trevor McCumby a lot more than everyone else was giving him credit for. You can't just go in there and throw combinations against this guy that's waiting to punch in between the shots.
Well, it's Esports World Cup Fight Week as rising heavyweight phenom Moses Itamwa takes on the seasoned veteran Dillian the Body Snatcher White in a career-defining clash. He's just 20 years old. Let's see how he does in this step up in competition, live from Saudi Arabia on DAZN. That's August 16th.
See that shoulder roll right there? That's what McCumby likes to do. But finally, he followed it up with a sweeping left hook, which was what he finally found success in. That's the reason Pacheco had to be careful throwing more than 1 or 2 shots. He wasn't letting go of those combinations he normally throws, because McCumby's good at coming back with counters.
Just saw Jerry Jones ringside, the owner of the Cowboys, giving a round of applause to Diego Pacheco. As I mentioned, the Cowboys have been great hosts here. Well, let's see what the scorecards have to say. The numbers are with David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action here in Frisco, Texas, we go to the judges' scorecards, and they read as follows. Jesse Reyes, 120-108. Chris Flores and Chris Tellez, 119-109, all 3. Your winner by unanimous decision. He's still undefeated and still the WBC USA and WBO International Super Middleweight Champion, Diego Pacheco.
So Diego Pacheco won all the rounds on one of the judges' scorecards, the other 2 giving a solitary round to Trevor. Let's hear now from Chris Mannix.